Okay, so previously we talked about the rhythm pyramid and the rest pyramid. If you haven't seen that, go back and check out my video on that. Today what I'm going to be doing is explaining dotted rhythms. So take this to the next step. We can add dots to any of these notes. Let me explain how this dot thing works whenever you see a dotted note. So we'll leave the whole note there to help explain. So what we're going to do, we talked about in the last video how a whole note is worth 4 beats typically. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a dot to it to make it a dotted whole note. Okay, so let me explain what this dot does. The dot always adds half of the original value. So here our original value is 4 beats, so the dot is going to add half of that. Half of 4 is 2. So a dotted whole note is going to be worth 6 beats. Okay? Let's try it with a half note. So looking at our rhythm pyramid that we had earlier, if we understand that, we understand that a half note is worth 2 beats. We're adding a dot to make a dotted half note. Okay, so we're going to take the dot is always worth half of the original value. Half of 2 is 1. So a dotted half note is worth 3 beats. Okay, let's continue. I will go down one more, down to a quarter note. We're going to add a dot to make a dotted quarter note. So quarter note's worth 1 beat. The dot is always half of the original value. Half of 1 is half. So this is worth 1.5 beats. See what's happening, huh? We can even do it with a single 8th note. Make a dotted 8th note. 8th note is worth half a beat. We're going to add half the value. Half of half would make 1/4. So this one, you got to do a little bit of math here. We know that 2/4 is the same thing as 1/2. So we got common denominator here. So keep that there. We're going to add the top numbers, 2 plus 1. So dotted 8th note is worth 3/4 of a beat. Okay? So we didn't go with it last time, but if we were looking at the rhythm pyramid and we continued on past 8th notes, we would have gone to 16th notes, which are worth 1/4 of a beat. So a lot of times you'll see a dotted 8 like this, and it'll be paired with a 16th note, because this is worth 3/4 of the beat, and that'll be worth 1/4 of the beat. It makes it just easier to read that way. So you'll see it written like this a whole lot. That's typically how we see our dotted 8th notes. Okay, so there you go. There's on dotted rhythms.